let's get into a thoracic or mid-back block tower. This can be a pretty intense drill or warm up or method to help open the mid-back and the shoulders, which can sometimes be limiting factors when we're doing super deep back bends. So it's powerful, so move mindfully. We do need 2 blocks for this. You'll start just on your knees, like so. You want to be about hands, or rather arms width distance away from the wall. So this is a pretty good indication of where you want your blocks to be. So this feels good for me. I'm gonna put my blocks where my shin is now. So block 1 goes on its flattest setting first. Second block goes on its high setting, and it's not like the skinniest way facing the wall. It is hamburger style facing the wall. Okay, now sometimes getting into this can be the trickiest part. Aiming to get just below my shoulder blades onto the block. So I like to step my feet forward, kind of sit in front of the blocks. You can kind of like reverse tabletop into this with your hands on the floor. I like to bring my hands to the bottom block to elevate up. I'm kind of guessing, aiming. Okay, this feels good for me. So now my shoulder blades, maybe a little. See, now my hands are on the floor, just so I can readjust beneath the shoulder blades. Okay, this is great. My feet and knees are hips width distance apart, and this is just gonna help free up some room in the low back. Now, you do want your hips to drop, but they can stay up as you enter this. First layer, hands come around the head and neck to cradle it, and then I just let my head and neck drop back. This is gonna focus more on the spine than it is on the shoulders, right? And then from here, I might still be a little too high, but we'll see in a moment. I might play with dropping my hips a bit, which is gonna intensify what I'm feeling through my spine, and then maybe lift the hips up and drop them back down, kind of like pulsing in and out of it a bit. Okay, for more intensity, my arms are gonna go overhead. Actually, I might be a little too close to the wall for this, so I'm gonna go a little bit further. Okay. Feels like pretty good placement. Okay, we're back in action. Yeah, this looks much better. So I'm reaching my hands. I'm aiming to get my fingertips to where the wall and the floor meet, but I want my palms flat. And then I press into the wall. So I'm not just resting here. Notice my elbows are bowing out, right? To get the maximum opening through my shoulders, I'm pressing. And then I'm gonna work my hips towards the floor. They may touch, but if they don't, that's totally okay. You'll just alternate between hands pressing and being in line with the wall, and then hips. So if your hands slide when you do it, you'll go back and forth, or you can maybe keep hands where they are, pressing, opening the chest as you drop the hips. Now, if this feels like in a sustainable place to stay, then how you intensify this is adding another block to the tower, and then over time, you get higher and higher. So for me, I might be at that point where I would maybe want one more block in order to find the depth that I possibly could here, or the most depth. Probably holding for around 30 seconds, really to as long as you can. Be mindful if your body needs a break, if you feel any dizziness or lightheadedness, that's normal, right? Because we are in this really big, expansive opening. You can always lock your chin to your chest as you come up, just to kind of help contain some of that energy, to regroup and breathe. So just definitely listen to the signals of your body here, but find that space of challenge and intensity for sure. And then maybe do a few rounds. Okay, happy back bending, get after it.